Hi, everybody. I'm Jennifer Angel, and this is my astrological report for the week of June the 26th. Planetary report, and after the planetary report, I'm going to do each individual. Now, and that's on my site as well. They're both on my site. The planetary report is on the blog, and the individual reports for sun sign, which is published in Star Magazine, is on horoscope pages. All right, so let's get started. Let's see what this week has in store for us. So it commences on the 26th, which is Monday, and Mercury, the planet of communication, creativity, and education, will make a move from Gemini, one of the signs that Mercury rules. So very comfortable there, into the more sensitive water sign of Cancer. So with Mercury in Cancer, what can we expect? So we'll be noticing more about how we feel rather than how we think, okay? Because Mercury is thinking planet. Of course, in the signs that it rules, it's very much in the head and thinking, but in Cancer, it really helps us to put our feelings into words, all right? So we can notice that, how we're feeling a little bit more, and conversations can be more, let's say, heartfelt. So making this a nice time to connect with people that you're closest to, and you can build closer bonds with relationships, closer and deeper bonds. So that's very, very nice byproduct of that. Now, on the same day, planet Mars, which is in Leo, will square. Now, a square aspect is generally a challenging aspect, okay? So it's going to square with Uranus, which is sitting in Taurus. Now, this, even though it's a challenging aspect, it depends on what planets and signs that it's in as to how challenging. So in this case, it can be, let's say, a little frustrating, as Uranus really brings things sort of to fruition straight out of the blue. And of course, Mars wants to get straight to the point and into action. So, that works well, but there is a warning here not to move too quickly, because what can happen is all that excitement and that motivation, because let's not forget, Mars is the planet of motivation. Taurus, on the other hand, where Uranus sits, is a little more staid. Taurus wants to think about things, methodically move forward, not make any rash decisions. So there's a little bit of clash of energy there. So, and Mars it sits well in Leo, in the fire energy, but you don't want to risk why I say not to move too quickly, even though everything wants to keep going. You don't want to overlook any details. To overlook a detail or some crucial information right now may not be the best thing going forward. So just take a bit of a step back, look through things, have a second glance, make sure you're ready, make sure it looks good, it feels right, then go ahead. Okay, if you've got a tick there. Okay, now midweek on the 28th, the sun, which is now in the sign of Cancer, okay, will trine. And a trine is like an easy passage. It's a path of least resistance. Things can just sort of come up for you. It's Abraham Hicks says, things are always working out for me, so that's sort of a trine energy. And because the sun, the sun's in Cancer, and it will sort of trine with Saturn, and Saturn's in Pisces. So the trines are always in the same element. So as this is a water sign, with Pisces and Cancer both being water signs, there's a lot of sensitivity, and it's really a message just to stay connected with your heart. rather than allow the energy of Saturn, which gets in the head more, and can get you sort of second guessing and doubting and overthinking. Okay, so you want to sort of stay, connected to your heart in this case. So it's really a message just to get out of your own way. Don't make up things that aren't there. Don't worry about things that may never happen. Okay, just get out of your own way and let things sort of happen, come to you, see what evolves. Okay, and then right at the end of the week on the 30th, the imaginative and somewhat fanciful energy of Neptune, which is in Pisces, that's the sign it rules, will go retrograde. So this is going to give us all a chance to just step back a little bit and reflect. It's a great reflection time. So Neptune is a highly imaginative, and Pisces is highly intuitive. So these energies go together. So it's a great time as it's retrograde. Appears to be going sort of backwards. It's a great time for reflection and just to see, what progress have you made this year? I don't know about you, but this year is just going so fast. It's hard to keep up. So, we've all made some progress. So, what progress have you made? Are you happy with it? What worked for you? What would you do differently? Okay. And at the same time, you can consider, do you need to do a course adjustment, or are you happy with the way things are going? This is the time to just reflect on that and get some more clarity about it. All right. So on the 1st of June, the Sun and Mercury will conjunct. Now, conjunction is the same degree in the same sign. When there is a wider conjunction where the planets can be in different signs. In this case, it's like, when I talk about conjunctions on the weekly reports, I'm looking at where the degrees are close, or the same. So in that case, more often than not, it is in the same sign. And that sign right now with the Sun and Mercury is Cancer. So once again, this gives us an opportunity to go within and just sort of see what really matters to us. We all worry, some more so than others. Capricorn and Virgo have like the mandates on worrying. So some signs worry a bit more. So it's a time to just see what really matters. And the reason I say that is half of the things, if not most of the things that we get worried or anxious about never actually even happen. So it's just wasted energy. And so we want to see what's important here to us. What are the priorities? And this is going to help just to be more sensitive to what's happening, not only with ourselves, but the people around us, particularly those we're closest to. Now, at the end of the weekend on the 2nd, so we're into, July now, July the 2nd, the Sun and Mercury, both in Cancer, sextile with Jupiter. Now, sextile is opportunities and possibilities, all right? But that doesn't mean to say that fate's just going to come and land that at your feet. I mean, it might, but you might hear of something, or somebody might say something, or somebody might tell you about an opportunity. And so guess what? It's up to you then to go after it. Say, hey, that's for me. All right. So don't just sit there and let it pass you by and think that fate is going to do all the work for you. It might, but it might not. either, okay? Now, Jupiter is in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is about love and money. It's also about self-worth. So here, with Mercury involved, you want to be careful of your inner self-talk, all right? All those messages that we say. And some of these messages that are perhaps not as positive as we like, we've had them for a long time. So they're sort of ingrained. And, you know, the moment that you try to do something sort of better or different, that little voice comes in and says, no, you're not, or don't be ridiculous. And so then you want to get like a little mantra going, like an anchor to say, like, the best one I know is just to say, stop it. Okay, and make an action. I like to click my fingers, say, stop it. And then Bob Newhart has a very funny but very relevant, very true little skit. If you just go into YouTube and Google that, put in Bob Newhart, stop it, it'll come up. I hope you find that amusing. So, then when you do that, you say stop it, or you clap or whatever, or do something, and you might, then you can switch it and switch to a more positive self-talk, all right? But it is an opportunity and possibilities. So it can literally, bring opportunities for love and money directly to you. All right. So if not directly to you, you might hear of something. So, but above all else, it's important that you're careful not to overlook what could be a fabulous option for you to consider. All right. So you still need to take the initiative, step forward, put your hand up, say yes, take control and make it yours. And so, the universe then can help deliver the outcome. All right. And the week will conclude with Venus. We love Venus. Which is transiting through Leo, and Venus in Leo is very exciting, and in a square. So it's like in a square, which, as I've said, is somewhat challenging, and it's squaring with Uranus in Taurus. So both Leo and Taurus are what's called fixed signs. So hence, once they make their mind up, if anyone knows a Taurus or a Leo, sure you know what I'm talking about. Once they make their mind up, it can be difficult to change. And the energy of Uranus comes in and changes that whole standpoint, because it's like, here it is, it's now, there's no warning. Do you want it or not? Like, what are you going to do? So it can cause us to feel a little bit off point somehow, okay? However, keep in mind that a change is generally good. So, because it's an indication of the progress you're making. So first of all, is this going to hit the signs that it's in more potently? Yes, but it still has an influence on all the other signs, because this is the general vibration of those planets in those signs interacting with other planets in that aspect. Okay, so every sign is going to feel it in some way, but in a different way compared to how it's bouncing off everything else. And when we come to your personal chart, it's going to mean something different again, because it's going to bounce off, be positioned differently, and bounce off and interact with different planets. Okay, so all in all, this is a week for reflection, noticing your inner receptiveness and general outlook and perception, and knowing that often there is no right or wrong. It's simply the way that you look at things that make the biggest difference in life. Okay. All right. So let's move on now to the sun signs and, go through, give you a quick highlight of the overviews that's happening for each sign. So Aries. So Goddess Venus and passionate Mars, which Mars is your ruling planet, can be on a collision course right now with love. Wow, that's amazing. I have an Aries girlfriend and she's on a bit of a love collision course. So that's true. So your finances are also top priority, but you want to make room for romance, all right? Stay in touch with family members too, because they may need your advice. Now, Taurus, love or work, expect the unexpected. With all that going on with Uranus in your sign, things can literally just blindside you. And with work, get clear about the outcome that you want, okay? And when you know what you want, and once again, I'm saying this because of that Uranus interaction that we've got stemming from your sign, when you know what you want, you get that clarity beforehand, then you can act quickly, okay, and feel comfortable about it. So for love, the more self-assured you are, the stronger your attraction factor. So, and that goes for communicating as well. Share thoughts straight from your heart. And when you have that level of sincerity, people pick it up. Now, Gemini, it's time to set your goals. Gemini, think about your future, what you want to achieve, and put plans into place, okay? So, no, you don't have to do a whole big computer thing like the earth signs love to do. You can just have a notebook or just sort of have it on your phone, just to have it on the notes section, but make a plan. And when you get it, I know quite well that the Geminis are brilliant at carrying information around in your noggin. That's a term from the past, isn't it? In your head, but it really concretes it more if you get it down in writing, even if it is just on the notes section of your phone. And you want to remember, life is a journey. So, I don't have to tell you, Gemini, you want to enjoy the process, all right? Now, an opportunity at work can come through, but be patient. It could take a little time. Now, Cancer, when it's about money, put your negotiation skills to work, but at the same time, aim for a win-win outcome. When everybody gets what they want, as close as possible, then, everybody's happy. It gives it like a nice feel to move forward on. Agree? And a romantic connection can move to the next stage now. So that's exciting. So, but be open to have a heart-to-heart discussion, because if there's something from the past that needs to be aired and solved, this is the time to do it. Leo, if work and love compete, which they could very well right now, you want to take a step back just to think through what are your highest priorities? What do you want to achieve? They're probably both, knowing Leo, they're both high priorities. So maybe some things are going to have to be pushed to the side, rescheduled, cancelled, or postponed, all right? And that way you can stay productive on your priorities. That's the key. So, but, keep in mind, it may be impossible. It probably is. It usually is impossible to keep everyone happy. So once again, you work on priorities. Virgo, so Venus's energy inspires you to find answers from within. It's a very sensitive going within week, and particularly for you, Virgo, because you've got Neptune right opposite you in your relationship areas. So a romantic interaction can move to a more permanent stage. Of course, Neptune's been there for a while, slow-moving planet. But from time to time, like it has this week, it does interact with other planets, okay? And it gives it sort of a boost and some more power, all right? And if you're looking for love, then, find someone with whom you can build a strong friendship, a deep friendship, and that's going to be the key, and that's going to be the glue for a lasting relationship, okay? Libra, an opportunity at work has the potential to boost your bank account. We love that. And provide security. We love that too, right? But don't think too long about it. You may need to act fast. So we've got that Uranus connection sort of going on. And so you want to sort of, if you delay too much, think about things so much, well, guess what? Great opportunity can just pass you by, all right? Love and money can combine at the moment too. So you want to tread carefully if you're dealing with a sensitive issue. Love and money can both be sensitive issues, all right? Scorpio, so there could be some urgency to get something completed at work. So don't allow anyone to press you though, Scorpio. You want to get the facts, be professional, focus on doing a great job, getting the job done, but also pay attention to your intuition. And when you're in tune with your inner wisdom and your intuition, then that's what's going to lead you on the path to follow your dream, okay? As they say, if it feels right, great. If it doesn't feel right, look a little closer. All right, so Sagittarius, you can be restless and impulsive at the best of times, Sagittarius. Now, it does provide you with a very interesting life, I know, because I have a Sag rising, right? But right now, you have an opportunity to gain some security and have some stability in your life. And as much as you love to be adventurous and out, it's nice to come home and know that you've got something stable and secure, all right? Now with money, is an opportunity with family or something to relate it to your home environment or, around the home or the house, that can be very positive now. So yeah, look into that and take a closer look at that, okay? Capricorn, so relationships are on your radar. They're on our radar. Yay. Okay, don't spend that's a subliminal message. Don't spend all of your time sitting in front of the computer at your desk like I do, right? So the sun settles in our love zone, and Venus is just sending passion and love vibes to us. So, but be mindful, there's generally a need for compromise with relationships. And so you want to keep an open heart and be prepared to just like give and take a little, okay? So news at work can have you celebrating. Hooray, we love that, okay? Send that message straight to the universe. Aquarius, a work colleague from the past can come forth and they can impart some missing information. And it could be about money too. So let's see where that leads. So they can provide insight that'll help you make a decision one way or another. If you've got a decision, something you're thinking about to do with money. So, and when it relates to love, Venus's influence can help you just see the big picture in life. Like, what do you want in the future? And then when you get clarity about that, then it's much easier to make a decision, right? And Pisces, whether it's personal or professional, Pisces, teamwork is crucial always, okay? Things may start with a thought, but it's the team from one person, but it's the team that brings it together and takes it to fruition. But be careful that you don't expect more from someone than he or she is just simply able to give, all right? A financial chat with a person whose opinion you respect can open the doors now for new positive developments. So there's a lot of great stuff. The vibratory energy that's coming to you right now is very good. So just be open to see what unfolds, all right? Okay, so love, light, and vision to everybody. Have a fabulous week, and I hope you subscribe and share. Thanks so much, and look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.